Hello and welcome to another Big 3 Rumble. If you don't know already, this is a series where I ask a question and apply it to each of the Big 3 and see which series comes up on top. And let's jump right into the topic. One of the most well-known transformations in all of anime would be Super Saiyan. It has withstood the test of time and is still referenced to this day. Why was the transformation so iconic? It's a combination of foreshadowing, hype, and execution. So if you couldn't tell, today's topic is transformations. With Super Saiyan, it was foreshadowed as the pinnacle of the Saiyan race and only achieved in legend. It was built up and it was the only thing that was seen to be able to stop Frieza. The execution was perfect, having Goku do his most powerful attack, the Spirit Bomb, his last trump card, and have it not work on Frieza gave such a huge sense of hopelessness. On top of watching his friend be killed right in front of him, this set him off to become a Super Saiyan. It looked amazing. The golden hair just felt fitting for a Super Saiyan. This is what an amazing transformation looks and feels like. I will start with last episode's winner, Ichigo. I'm very divided when it comes to his transformation because the three that I'm conflicted by are completely different in the sense of how different they are narratively on Ichigo. Ichigo's Vasto Lorde transformation was incredible and gave me chills. A wild beast that was locked away within Ichigo. This transformation would be like Lost in Rage transformation, and I feel like it was foreshadowed a good amount and made for a crazy twist in the fight with Ukiura. Then there's the final Getsuga Tensho transformation. This I felt was the best narrative transformation out of all of Ichigo's transformation, and it speaks to who Ichigo really is. He's willing to put everything on the line for the people he cares about. This transformation is still so badass too. The black aura around him, his long black hair, but most importantly, his Zanpakuto is a black aura form. Using the form to defeat Aizen was incredible. Just an amazing one-shot and an amazing pinnacle of power. Lastly would be his Horn of Salvation form. I would have to admit, from a visual standpoint, it is the most underwhelming out of the three that I'm picking from, but it has such a nice way to show that Ichigo has accepted all of his powers. Soul Reaper, Hollow, and Quincy. It is a nice transformation of acceptance of what makes him him. After going through much thought and my thought process, I end up on the final Getsuga Tensho form. It has to be the most clean and menacing of all the forms. Not to mention, it was built up to finally put an end to Aizen's terror. Dangai Ichigo was already bodying Aizen before, but seeing Aizen change more and more and more felt like he needed to be put down with one move. That is why I'm picking this form to represent Bleach in this Rumble. Next we'll be looking at One Piece and Luffy's transformations. For this one, I only have two that I want to debate, which would be Gear 4 Snake Man and Gear 5. And the reason I have Gear 4 Snake Man against the legendary Gear 5 is because I felt like it had the best fight in the series as of now. The fight between Katakuri and Luffy was very exciting. I didn't feel like it was a villain versus a hero fighting each other. I just felt like it was two very strong, respecting warriors fighting each other and pushing each other to the absolute limit. I wasn't expecting a new transformation during this fight, only a growth in future sight ability. It was clean design and I felt like it just felt faster than Bounce Man. Now we look at Gear 5, which is very, and I can't stress this enough, very amazing design. I know I've read a bunch of people talk about how they wanted some kind of crazier design, but in my opinion, this form is spectacular and fits so well. The build-up was kinda insane. You have these two side dialogues about the hype of this transformation. You have the dialogue with the Elder talking about the real name of the Gum Gum fruit, and then you have Zunisha saying that Joy Boy has returned. This really did build so much hype for me, and when the form just came out, it made it even better. Well, obviously everyone knows which one I would be picking for this Rumble, so I will be picking Gear 5 to represent One Piece for this Rumble. It might be some recency bias, but I think that this is the best transformation in all of One Piece. Now, we're going to be moving along to the final big three and look at Naruto transformations. There are two transformations that feel are very debatable to me. First would be Six Path Sage Mode Naruto, which has such a clean design all the way through. The True Seeking Orbs along with the staff just make Naruto feel more godlike. Since we see Obito obtain them, I feel like it's the same sense of greater power. I do have to point out that I feel like the power-up came out of nowhere, so it really doesn't feel like there was anything built up to this. I also think that chakra cloaks are so badass, it always looks clean, and it shows that Kishimoto has such perfect character design at times. Then we go to Boruto for this last transformation. I haven't been enjoying Boruto for a while due to me not liking the character, but when Naruto and Kurama were in a situation where they have to risk their lives in order to save Sasuke and Boruto, they both decided to give up their life force in order to unlock a new transformation. This transformation had Nine-Tails cloak with a very red looking chakra tail. Now we will go to the ranking. This might actually be the hardest ranking I've ever done, so let's just get right into it. Coming in at bronze is Ichigo's final Getsuga Tensho form. I think narratively this is a very strong transformation for who Ichigo is, a strong person willing to do anything to protect the ones he loves. This transformation is very cool, don't get me wrong, but very short-lived. Plus, I felt like the consequences of using the move or transformation was not as heavy as I thought. Ichigo was supposed to lose all of his power forever, but I felt like it was very convenient for him to gain his power when he needed it most. Don't get me wrong, I do love the Fullbringer arc because it shows Ichigo's life without Soul Reaper powers, but that being said, I felt like Dangai Ichigo was such a cool design and was doing so much work without the transformation. Overall, this is my favorite transformation in Bleach, but it could change in the Thousand Year Blood Work anime because, you know, they are adding more content to it and Horn of Salvation may become my favorite. Coming in at silver is Naruto's Baryon mode. This was such an insane fight in both the anime and manga. Narratively, this transformation was a sad spectacle. Sad because knowing that this transformation will lead to Kurama being gone forever. The fact that Kurama was willing to sacrifice himself for his friend Naruto was so beautiful. The Nine-Tailed Demon Fox was putting his life on the line for his friend. Naruto is fighting his strongest opponent at this point. Up to this point, he was struggling against him, but seeing Naruto flawlessly body his opponent in this form was the most hype thing that ever happened in the entire manga and anime of Boruto. My boy, remind people why this series still has Naruto in the title. Coming in at the top is Gear 5 transformation. I have to say the build up to this transformation was an insane accomplishment. This form truly expressed what Luffy is, a free form that allows him to do whatever his heart desires, using his imagination to be as free as he wants. This transformation has such a wonderful white design and makes Luffy feel like a god. Like I said before, there were two different storylines leading up to this transformation, one being the true name of the fruit and along with the Joy Boy storyline. At first, we all thought that Luffy would awaken his fruit and whatever he touches would turn to rubber, yet that wasn't the case and let his imagination run wild. This is really, truly peak. Amazing foreshadowing, amazing build-up, and incredible design. Thank you very much for making it to the end of this video. I can't stress this enough. These are all completely my opinions. I am more than happy to see what you guys think in the comment below. Thank you so much for all the recent support. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you when I see you.